Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there lived a wise old owl. The owl was known for its wisdom, calm nature, and ability to solve problems for the animals in the forest. In the same forest lived a young rabbit, full of energy, but often too impulsive and foolish. One bright morning, the rabbit hopped around joyfully, thinking about how fast he was. "No one can beat me in a race. I'm the fastest animal in the forest," he boasted. Hearing his words, the animals smiled but didn't say much. They knew the rabbit was quick, but they also knew that speed wasn't everything. One day, the rabbit came across the wise old owl, perched high in a tree. "Hey, old owl, I am the fastest animal in this forest," the rabbit said, puffing out his chest. "Would you like to race me?" The owl blinked slowly and said, "I am old and slow, young rabbit. But I can offer you something better than a race. Would you like to hear a piece of advice instead?" The rabbit laughed. "Advice? What could I possibly need advice for? I'm smart, quick, and already the best." The owl remained calm. "Sometimes, being too confident can lead to mistakes, young one. Take care that your pride does not blind you." But the rabbit didn't listen. He was too busy thinking of his next race. That afternoon, as he raced through the forest, he spotted a group of turtles walking slowly in the distance. He couldn't resist showing off. "Look at you all, moving so slow," the rabbit teased. "I could circle the forest 10 times before you make it to the pond." The turtles smiled, and one of them replied, "Maybe you could, but it's not always about being the fastest." The rabbit laughed and continued hopping around, paying no attention to the advice. Soon, he grew thirsty and decided to drink from a stream nearby. As he drank, he spotted some beautiful flowers across the stream. Thinking he could easily jump over, the rabbit leaped without checking how wide the stream was. Splash! He fell right into the middle of the water. Soaked and embarrassed, he scrambled back to the shore. As he sat there drying himself, he thought, "Maybe I should have checked the stream first. But it's just a small mistake." The next day, the rabbit was in a hurry to gather food for winter. He ran so quickly that he didn't notice a large hole in the ground. Before he knew it, he fell right into it. Luckily, the hole wasn't too deep, but he was stuck and couldn't get out. Panicking, the rabbit called for help. Hours passed, and finally, the wise old owl heard his cries. The owl flew down and peered into the hole. "Ah, young rabbit," the owl said. "You've fallen into quite a predicament. Perhaps now you understand what I meant about pride and impulsiveness." The rabbit, tired and hungry, nodded. "I should have listened. I was too confident and didn't think before jumping or running." The owl, feeling kind, flew off and returned with help. Some animals, including the slow turtles, helped pull the rabbit out of the hole. Once safe, the rabbit thanked everyone. "I've learned my lesson," he said. "Speed and strength are important, but wisdom and patience are just as valuable." From that day on, the rabbit became a lot more thoughtful in his actions. He still loved to run fast, but now he took the time to think before acting. The wise old owl continued to watch over the forest, happy that the young rabbit had learned a valuable lesson. And though the rabbit still had his moments of pride, he always remembered the owl's advice. In the end, the rabbit understood that being quick wasn't enough. Wisdom and patience were the true keys to a happy and safe life in the forest. And so, the rabbit and all the animals in the forest lived happily, always learning from each other and helping one another.